welcome to Veterans Medals Workshop. I'm your host, Frank Foster, and today we've got a great program because we're going to take a look at the military honors that every soldier who served in the Americal Division, the 23rd Infantry Division, in Vietnam from 1967 to 1971 is authorized. And we're going to build a display case piece by piece so you will understand exactly what those military honors are. And we'll get a little background on the division patch and crest, but most of all, you will know what every soldier who served in the Americal is authorized. And, well, you'll see some examples of soldiers who, well, went above and beyond, and I think you'll find those interesting too. Really quick, special thanks to Medals of America in Fountain Inn, South Carolina for providing all the medals, ribbons, display cases you're going to see. And if you enjoy these, please give us a like. Even better, subscribe. It'll keep us on the air. All right, come on. Let's go take a look at the military honors of the soldiers of the Americal Division.
A little background on the division. The Americal Division was originally activated in New Caledonia out of American troops already stationed there, thus the name Americal. It served in Guadalcanal and went on to the liberation of the Philippines, and it was deactivated at the end of the war, reactivated in the 50s to serve in the Panama Canal area, then deactivated. But when General Westmoreland needed to reactivate an Army division to fight alongside the Marines in the northern plains of Vietnam, he chose the Americal Division, and it's the only division known by a name, Americal. Of course, the Army says that every division has to have a numerical number, so it is the 23rd Infantry, but always the Americal. So the division was organized in Vietnam in September of 1967, and the vicinity of Chu Lai was the headquarters, and it served over 4 years in Vietnam. The division patch is a blue Norman shield with 4 white stars sort of tipped to the left, and, well, the 4 white stars on the blue field are symbolic of a Southern Cross under which the Americal Division served in World War II. Americal Division distinctive unit insignia, a unit crest, is well worth a good look because it is unique. It has, well, this Cross of St. Andrew, a blue cross, which alludes to New Caledonia where the division was formed. And then at each end of the cross there is a white star which represents the 4 stars of the Southern Cross. The 4 stars also allude to the 4 campaigns of Guadalcanal, Northern Solomons, Lae, and the Southern Philippines in World War II. And what is that, an anchor? Yes, the anchor on there refers to the Navy Presidential Unit citation awarded to division for Guadalcanal, and the red arrowheads and the Philippine suns for the assault landings in the Southern Philippines. The unsheathed Crusader's sword with its point to the top represents the division being reactivated in Vietnam. Since we're going to take a look at the honors that every Americal soldier would have earned in Vietnam, let's start with what they had when they arrived. Using this young infantryman, he arrived with, well, his U.S. and branch insignia on his collar, his National Defense Service Medal ribbon, and his qualification badges. What may really surprise you is the U.S. on his collar goes back all the way to the Revolution, where the buttons worn by American Revolutionary infantrymen had USA, then evolved to U.S., and then you see on the bottom right-hand corner the U.S. of the World War I soldier. So that U.S. insignia has remarkable significance. It traces back over 235 years of American Army history. When you go to determine the military honors of a soldier who served in Vietnam with the Americal Division, you will find them on the uniform that he wore home. And for example, on this first sergeant's uniform, you see his Americal patch on his left sleeve, his unit crest on his epaulet, and on his sleeve his insignia of rank, and then on the lapels of his jacket his U.S. and his branch insignia, on the right-hand side his unit awards, and then over his left side you can see his, combat qualification badges, his ribbons, his decorations and service medals, and his skill badges. And so now let's take a look at how those would be displayed. When an Americal soldier arrived in Vietnam, he'd be authorized his, U.S. and branch insignia, his shoulder sleeve insignia for the Americal Division, his National Defense Service Medal, and, his qualification or marksmanship badges is shown here. Once assigned to his unit, and after 30 days of actual combat, this infantryman would be authorized the Combat Infantry Badge and the United States Vietnam Service Medal with appropriate campaign stars. After 6 months' service in Vietnam, the soldier would then be authorized the Vietnamese Campaign Medal, as shown here. Now he has 3 medals: the National Defense Service Medal, the U.S. Vietnam Service Medal, and the Vietnamese Campaign Medal. The Army normally requires 3 years' service for an enlisted man to earn the first award of a Good Conduct Medal. But since 1950, the Good Conduct Medal can be awarded after 1 year's outstanding service. And so we're going to say most of the enlisted soldiers of the Americal Division had these 4 medals. Looking left to right, the Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, the United States Vietnam Service Medal, and the Vietnamese Campaign Medal. The ribbon in the gold frame underneath the medals is the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry Unit Citation, which was authorized every American soldier who served in Vietnam. These are the basic awards an enlisted infantryman would receive after 6 months' service in Vietnam. Not everybody was an infantry soldier or an artilleryman. And this is a case of a door gunner who was in the Transportation Corps, but this Spec 5 as a door gunner was awarded the Bronze Star, the Air Medal, and the Army Commendation Medal, along with the basic medals that I just showed you. As I mentioned, the Americal Division was activated in Vietnam, and its 3 major fighting elements were the 11th Infantry Brigade, the 196th Infantry Brigade, and the 198th Infantry Brigade. So let's take a look at these 3 brigades. The 11th Infantry Brigade was nicknamed the Lafayette Division. The 11th Infantry Brigade shoulder sleeve insignia is an oblong shield with 3 white arrows attacking from the blue into the red, and the arrows represent amphibious assault or a trident. The unit crest is unique because it's shaped like a bow and arrow, with the red arrow representing an Indian war arrow, which means firepower, and the bow and the arrow represents silence and attack. The motto, "Swift and True," represent the motto of the brigade. The major combat battalions of the 11th Infantry Brigade were from the 1st Infantry Regiment, the 3rd Infantry Regiment, the 20th Infantry Regiment, and the 21st Infantry Regiment, and they were supported by a battalion of the 11th Field Artillery. This Spec 4 with the 11th Infantry Brigade makes a unique display because he's also received the Army Commendation Medal in addition to the 4 basic medals I mentioned earlier. And then he uses 3 commemorative medals. 2 of the first 2 are to represent the unit award shown in the bottom of his case, the Meritorious Unit Award and the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry Unit Citation. He also uses his dog tags, and the 2 bars in the left-hand corner indicate that he served 1 year in Vietnam. Each gold bar represents 6 months combat service. The 196th Infantry Brigade Light was nicknamed the Chargers. You can say that the 196th Light Infantry Brigade came early and stayed late. The shoulder sleeve insignia is an oblong blue shield, which is really unique because it has a yellow double-headed match crossed and looped at the bottom, and both ends of the match are on fire. The blue color is, it represents the infantry, and the yellow and red talk about the cavalry and the artillery. The double-headed match was used during the day of the matchlock musket, was lighted at both ends to ensure readiness. The unit crest is unique in that it has a powder horn, the blue powder horn, which is the American symbol for readiness of a rifleman and is used to denote preparedness. And the arrow and the bow-like scroll refer to the bow and arrow on the seal of the state of Massachusetts. Did I pronounce that right? I'm never sure. And alludes to the home area of the brigade. The colors, of course, are the basic combat arms colors of blue for infantry, red for artillery, and yellow for armor. The assigned infantry battalions were the 2nd Battalion of the 1st Infantry Regiment, the 1st Battalion of the 6th Infantry Regiment, and I made a mistake here, I'm showing the 7th, but you can see the correct 6th Infantry Regiment in the 198 presentation. The 3rd Battalion of the 21st Infantry Regiment, the 4th Battalion of the 31st Infantry Regiment, and the 1st Battalion of the 46th Infantry Regiment. And I couldn't find a crest for the 3rd Battalion of the 82nd Artillery Regiment. This is a handsome display of an infantry platoon sergeant, and it shows both his Americal patch and his 196th Light Infantry Brigade patch. He's got his unit crest over his combat infantryman's badge, and it shows the award of the Bronze Star, the Purple Heart, multiple awards of the Army Commendation Medal, and the basic medals I explained to you earlier, along with a Meritorious Unit Citation and a Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry Unit Citation. His rank is shown at the bottom left and right. This infantry buck sergeant made a nice case because he uses both the, brigade crest and the 46th Infantry Regiment crest so he can tell which battalion he was in. He's got his CIB, his awards across the top, and then a couple of Vietnamese awards and 3 commemorative medals to represent, the Presidential Unit Citation, the Meritorious Unit Citation, and the Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry Unit Citation. I really like the way he put his dog tags in the right-hand corner, and in the left-hand corner, those 3 gold bars represent 18 months service in Vietnam. Okay, let's hop over and take a look at the 198th Infantry Brigade, known by its motto, Brave and Bold. The 198th Infantry shoulder sleeve insignia is unique. It's arched at the top and the bottom, and the blue and white background colors of those of the infantry. It has a big tongue of flame and a kind of an S shape, and a rifle with a fixed bayonet. The flame alludes to the unit's firepower, and the bayonet is symbolic of carrying the fight to the enemy. The unit crest is really unique because it's a dragon head with flames coming out of the left and right nostril and a crusader sword going up through the mouth of a dragon and out the head with, a motto saying brave and bold. That's a really unique insignia. The key combat units in the 198th were, a battalion from the 6th Infantry Regiment, the 46th Infantry Regiment, the 56th Infantry Regiment, the 17th Cavalry Regiment, and the 14th Field Artillery. I used to serve in the old 2nd of the 14th in Germany. It was a long time ago. By the way, if you want to know more about these individual crests, the U.S. Army Institute of Heraldry has a fantastic website. This red-leg field artillery sergeant from the 14th Field Artillery has a nice display because he uses his unit crest to his patch, and he has an award of the Army Commendation Medal in addition to the basic medals which I showed you. I wonder where his Good Conduct Medal is. That's another story, I'm sure. Here's a really nice display case done by an infantry sergeant from the 198th Infantry Brigade because it has his combat infantry badge, his Bronze Star, he has an air medal, his Good Conduct Medal, no problems there, and he uses 3 commemorative medals to represent unit awards. Nice case. By the way, if you want more information on how to display Army Vietnam Veterans medals and badges, we have an entirely different YouTube video out there as shown here, and I think you'll find it interesting. I hope this has inspired Vietnam veterans of the Americal Division or their family members to dig out that old duffel bag and get those awards and put them up on the wall. You deserve a recognition for your service.
Thank you for watching our show today on the military awards that every soldier who served in the Americal Division in Vietnam is authorized. I hope you enjoyed the way we presented it. If you did, please let us know. It'll help. And don't forget, there's lots of other videos out there on Veterans Medals Workshop. So until next time, thanks for joining us. See you then.
All of the information you saw today, with the exception of unit crest, came from the latest book, United States Army Medals, Badges, and Insignia, available on Amazon or at Medals of America.